Did you know that cybersecurity engineering role is one of the highest paying role within the cybersecurity industry? Do you want to learn how I was able to become a cybersecurity engineer so you can do it too? If that is you, then I would suggest you watch this video till the end. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Sohail and I'm a cybersecurity engineer and consultant based in Australia. And in today's video, I'm going to teach you how to become a cybersecurity engineer so you can increase your income, work from home, and change your life forever. But before we do that, before I talk to you and teach you how to become a cybersecurity engineer, I want to talk about one of the common mistakes that people make when they're looking to get into cybersecurity. The thing is, when we talk about cybersecurity, at first everyone think that cybersecurity is about ethical hacking, pen testing, or they think about SOC analyst, security operations center analyst, security analyst, or incident response or digital forensic. But the thing is, there are two other domains in cybersecurity that people miss, and these two are security engineering roles and also GRC role. There are other roles within the industry as well, but the thing is, most people think that cybersecurity is all about hacking, pen testing, incident response, and things like that. But I'm here to tell you that I have built my entire career without focusing on neither of these two things, like pen testing or operations center roles or things like that. My whole entire career was built around security engineering, and I'm going to exactly tell you what is that and things like that. And I'm going to exactly tell you how you can become a cybersecurity engineer. But before we do that, first I have to tell you what the hell is cybersecurity engineering in the first place. Because when you see these job postings on these websites, but you have no idea what that is, So, to put it simply, cybersecurity engineering at its best is building systems and maintaining them in a secure way, or designing, deploying and maintaining systems in a secure way. Okay, if I want to give you an example to make it clear, so let's say I'm a security engineer, right? I get project, let's say, and the project is for me to make sure that this entire system, specifically the networks, okay, the networking part of the organization is secure. How I do that? I actually get into the customer side, I design solutions for them, I design and come up with solutions so they can secure their network. Let's say I'm now responsible for making sure that their firewall is put in place in a secure way, it's designed properly, it's implemented properly, and that firewall is protecting their network against threats, cyber attacks, and things like that. And the whole thing that we do revolves around CIA triad: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. So let's say in this example, for firewall, we have to make sure that the firewall is 24/7 available. So you see, some people don't know how to do that. That's where I come in. I make sure that this firewall is designed and built in HA, like high available. We have two, let's say, firewalls protecting the system. If one of them fails, the other one will take care of the load. So it's the principle of securing systems. So that was just networking. Imagine another one, another example: cloud engineers and cloud security engineers. So cloud security engineer role, I guess, is to make sure that the cloud environment is secure by making sure that the tools are in place properly, the design is proper, every aspect of cybersecurity is aligned with CIA triad. Cool. Now you might be asking yourself, what are the roles in security engineering? So myself specifically, I have been a network security engineer for my entire career, but the thing is, the good thing about security engineering role is you're not limited to one thing. At the same time, I've been able to learn cloud security engineering as well, so I actually have hands-on experience with the cloud environment. So it's not just about networking. So if I want to give you an example, like give you some examples of roles within the engineering department: network security engineers, cloud security engineers, DevSecOps, what else? Vulnerability management. No, like vulnerability management sometimes also deploy the system. Like security engineers, let's say, deploy Nessus or Tenable. You know, these kind of things. What else? Application security, like AppSec. These are all within the security engineering departments. Okay, now to the main question: how you can become a security engineer yourself. The way I'm going to answer this question is solely based on my experience. All right, this is how I did it. You can do it too. You can take some parts of what I have to say in this video and implement it in your own journey, but this is only basically based on my own experience. So if some of you guys may know that I was a network engineer. I loved networking, I still do, but I always wanted to go to the next level. But at the same time, I didn't want to learn something completely different. So, and I never had a passion, let's say, for pen testing roles or blue team, you know, incident response or digital forensic. And I noticed, okay, we have a role called network security engineer, and that actually got my interest. And I told myself, okay, I have experience in networking. The only thing that I have to learn now is the security side of networking, right? That's exactly how I did. So I was in a networking role, all right? So I was not an entry-level person. I was within the IT field. I was doing network engineering role. I was working on routers, switches, and things like that. But I had zero experience in security. So the way I did it was actually I went to these websites where you can find jobs and things like that, and I searched specifically for network security engineer. And when I did that, there were some jobs available, and I clicked on those jobs and I went through the job description in detail. And in those job descriptions, I found that there was a pattern. So they needed someone who had knowledge and skills around Palo Alto firewalls, Cisco ISE, load balancers like F5. Like you see, each of these jobs had some like requirements, and they needed people that had the skills for these roles, okay? And I had nothing, zero. But what I did, I didn't go for certifications, getting CompTIA Security Plus, or do that, or get CISSP even. I mean, I don't even have CISSP. What I did was to make sure that I had the right skills for those roles. So I went exactly on udemy.com. I paid for some training myself to learn about those skills and tools specifically. So for Palo Alto, there was this course on udemy.com. I did that course. Then I implemented the whole thing in my own lab environment, okay? So it's not enough just to go through some videos. You actually have to implement it and lab it up yourself. I built the entire enterprise system in my lab environment with these firewalls. I learned about Palo Alto firewalls, FortiGate, Checkpoint, and Sophos. So I made sure that I had the skills and knowledge in these tools based on the job description. But at the same time, you see, doing the thing in the lab environment is not enough. At the end of the day, it's not real world experience. I mean, it is in kind of way, but it's not like real world example, right? But that's the thing. You don't need that. I actually learned those skills, did those labs and things like that, and I applied for jobs. But the thing is, I optimized my CV. I applied to those jobs and I got the interview, and in the interview I had to somehow sell myself. I had to convince the hiring manager that I was the right person for that specific role. In that case was network security engineering role. Now, you can apply the same thing to other areas in engineering roles. Let's say you want to become a cloud security engineer. Go on these websites, job searching websites, search for cloud security engineer. I can guarantee you will find about Azure and AWS. So you need to have a good understanding of the environment itself. So if it's a Azure cloud security engineer, you need to understand Azure cloud. You need to understand how to create resource groups, VMs, and I have a project in my YouTube channel that exactly teaches you all that stuff. If you haven't watched it, definitely have a look at that lab environment where you deploy the whole thing in Azure. And what else? Definitely with cloud security engineering, you have to learn about automation like Python, Terraform, Ansible, infrastructure as a code, you know. These are the things that you need to learn, but if you want a specific, all you have to do is just search a role in these websites and get the job description out of that role and try to learn all those skills in a really good way. Lab it up, do some projects, pay some money for training providers, get mentorship. Hell, I have a program that actually teaches all these things. If you want to, you can join that program. But the main thing is you need to learn those skills and do hands-on. I'm not recommending you to go get the certification. You can get it if you want to, but the main thing is to actually acquire the skills that is needed for those roles. Then create that CV, apply to jobs, and convince the hiring manager that you are the right person for that role. You have to reverse engineer your journey in cybersecurity. If you want to, let's say, become a cloud security engineer, reverse engineer it. You have to learn the skills, you have to, let's say, become certified, you have to apply it in the real world, do some labs, then get out there and apply to jobs. Don't wait around. This is how I did it, guys, and it was really straightforward. Yes, I had to work extra hours to learn the skills, I had to pay some money for training, but at the end of the day, it gave me the skills and confidence that I needed to get that next role. Because if you don't change, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, nothing will change. So to summarize, cybersecurity engineering field is a really great field in cybersecurity. You don't have to become a pen tester or ethical hacker. You don't have to become an incident responder or blue teamer. None of that. There is this golden area that a lot of people are not paying attention to. If you see in the US and in Australia, most of the jobs are within the security engineering field. So if you feel that you don't want to deal with these red team or blue team, you can get into engineering role. For that, you just have to become specialized and learn the tools and the skills these companies need for that specific role. You don't have to be, let's say, Security Plus certified to become a security engineer. No, you have to learn the tool itself. If that role requires firewall knowledge, you have to learn those firewall. If that role requires cloud knowledge, you have to acquire those skills. And you can do that by labbing things up. I hope this video was informative for you. If you have any questions, make sure to add them in the comment section. As you know, I will answer everyone's comments and I will try to reply back as soon as possible. Then make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button and hit that bell notification. And yeah, if you found this video, share it with everyone else within your network. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you next time. Cheers.